and welcome to yet another episode of the Becoming Podcast, a space where we share authentic conversation, inspiring journeys, and stories that matter. And this episode is brought to you by Four Ways Home Center, a space where comforts meet style. And today we are blessed. I was actually looking for the word. We are blessed to introduce to you Her Excellence Nkosi Mubayiwa. Nkosi, welcome to the Becoming Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, Lokolo, for welcoming me.
I'm a guest here, so I'm wondering why are you called Your Excellence?
Her Excellency, the President. No, when you call me a prefix A1.
Okay.
A1. I'm not married.
Okay.
So I'm Miss.
All right.
And I'm an engineer by profession, so I'm engineer. And then Miss Engineer. Yes. And then Her Excellency is because I am the African President of Cascade Media Group. So Cascade Media Group is the largest black-owned media company in the world, and it is in Kansas City, Kansas. And I think in February or March, I was made African President of all 54 countries. So just like that, you know God, just like that.
Wow.
Her Excellence. Yes.
Hey, Veterana, we are blessed to have Her Excellency. We're blessed to be actually brushing shoulders with the President with 54 countries in Africa. Thank you so much. Go see once again.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Susan, engineer. Please tell us about we engineer yan. Abanye ngo civil, abanye ngo structural. When are we engineer yan?
New aeronautical engineer.
Please say it again.
Aeronautical engineer. I'm an aircraft design engineer. So, and again, kulabo engineer bango two.
Okay.
Kulabo engineer abaganile indege abaku maintenance. Those are called aircraft maintenance engineers. Ngomakanika in layman terms, abemoda.
Okay.
Right. And then kulabo aircraft design engineers. So they're the ones who put pen to paper, pencil to paper, or CAD, or pencil, or your finger to CAD, and design your aircraft. So if it the old shape, but it's called a hybrid. To make sure a hybrid even corner engineer.
Okay.
So mina ngenza khona ko end again. That's
wow.
my 8 to 5.
Wow. Because sikhuluma le African child born and bred kwaBulawayo.
Yes.
And sifuna ukwazi ukuthi there's a little girl who's watching ufunde mandwandwe. Kumbe omunye ufunde sikhulile uthi yena Nkosi, I also want to have that prefix ebizweni lami. Ufika njani kuba aeronautical engineer?
To the girl child tunda na wamo semandwandwe. Mina ngafunde Thomas Rutland.
Okay.
At Queen's Park. To unana wamo semandwandwe, you can, you will, and you shall.
Okay.
And we are reaching for the stars.
Okay.
But the sky was never the limit. So mina, I'm an eldest daughter, I'm so I've always been responsible and I've always been hardworking. So from grade 1, nangingu number 1. Ngaba number 1 ngaze ngaba ku form 6. Those kids who used to scoop the prizes. But I'm not intellectually sharp.
Okay.
I read.
Okay.
Ku form 4 mina ngangalali. Ngangibala kuze kuchawa 3 o'clock. Ngoba i-concept abanye bayihlala eklasini bayibambe ka1 and I have to reread it 3 times. So that was Nkosi, the quiet girl who was very disciplined and a reader. So ngase discover mina ngakhula ngiyuza ukuthama uDr. Mbayo, ngudokotela mina.
Okay.
And actually did medicine. I used it for 3 months and then I left. It wasn't me. And ngase ngithole indawo yami yokwenza aerospace service. So ku-form 4 ngayenza ama-science of grade 7 ngaphuma le 5 units ngangile 2 esindebeleni and 1 maths and the rest. And then ku-form 4 ngayenza ama-sciences, ngaphuma le 7 A's, 2 B's and 2 C's. And the 2 C's were in English and history. Ayisikhiwa vele ngiyasigiliza ngisazi. History was a lot of cramming. I don't cram, I do formulas. And then for my A-level, ngayenza ama-sciences, ngaphuma le 13 points. So now you say St. James, and then ngaya Regina Mundi girl. Yes, I'm a Mundi girl.
Oh wow.
I'm a Mundi girl.
Yeah.
And then ngasuka khona phoma yayenza medicine yami for a few months. Then I got my place of it. I studied for 5 years. And yeah, this is me.
Wow. Hey bethunana ngabe sile audience lapha ngabe sithi asike simqakezele izandla because ama results lawa ayamangalisa. Kancane nje sisuke kancane. I've had people bathi bona sometimes ukuba A student catches up with you a life in. How did it work out for you?
Oh yes, it does. It catches up with you, but usually you are overcompensating your childhood traumas.
Okay.
So that A student thingy, ungangazufeyile, ngaqalisa ukufeyila vets.
Okay.
You used to struggle. So aerospace engineering is very difficult. Gosh, that's why I don't have my master's to date. I'm still recovering. So ufika ngale kulabo A bakho, you know. All of a Sunday, you are failing to get 50%.
Hey.
I remember there is an assignment like 13% equal, and that was a major shock. I remember I failed my first year drawing. So instead of taking 4 years to graduate, I took 5. Imagine.
A whole A student.
A whole A student who used to take all the prizes, you know. Ngama prize given Delta Nkosnom Sambayo. Maths best maths Nkosnom Sambayo. Nkosnom Sambayo. Now ngithatha wonke ama prize. Semfike vithi sikava zwavarana.
Hey, so about 13%.
How? Now you can't go home and tell them I'm struggling at school because you don't understand it. You can't even tell your classmates ukuthi guys school siyami ngoba lonke liyafaila. You can't even tell your siblings because they look up to you. Remember, I'm the eldest daughter, so it was really difficult. Failure usungumuntu omdala inzima. I wish ngabe ngafeyila earlier, but failure never defines you, will never define you. It's what happens after the failure that sets you aside. So ngabe ngafeyila ngawani ngathi ngakhaya isikolo anti ngangizaphendula ngela degree. So yeah.
Okay, so my next question is yona. So failile at vets. Zazikhona yini counseling classes? How did you pick yourself up? Fine, failile. I'm not a fail. I'm so failure. Then how did you move on?
Yes, kule CCDU, if there's counseling, there are a lot of services that are there. But my pride, remember where I'm coming from. My pride, I was in denial for the longest time. I'm failing, you know. But I think it was grace. I think God curated it such that we fail in that one course. Wenza uthi lama emacourse sebuya kube ngcono ngoba a module a semester at 13 modules. There's no one on earth who can do 13 modules
as
passes on. So God in his infinite wisdom wawukhiya kwangenzela kwaba ngcono. So semfeyile lapha I was like, gosh, my mom cannot pay ezinye extra. So if you ofana le nasto lapho ukuthi ukhere uzukhere. If it's ungafeyila uqala uqede khona ufeyile.
So it means you're stuck at that level.
Stuck at that level, you do not proceed. So you have an extra year of tuition, an extra year of accommodation, an extra year of bus tickets and air tickets. It's very expensive. What made me not fail again was to say, no, mom can't pay an extra year again.
Because you are at the Becoming podcast.
Yes.
Sikhuluma ngabo mama abenza izinto ezimangalisayo.
Okay.
Sikhuluma, we're actually retelling the African story. We're tired of Africans telling umama uthwele inkuni ekhanda, and now we're talking about a Bulawayo girl kanje ngikhaya
Romney Park.
eRomney Park, usisokhulele eRomney Park, who's an aeronautical engineer. So, Nkosi, becoming to me means learning izinto ezintsha that make you a better version of yourself. And sometimes it means unlearning some patterns that you have seen zisenzakala efamilini kumbe the way where you grew up, and those patterns define who you are now. So, who are you becoming now?
I like that. I read something here. The people are not going to make it through the 21st century are people who can't learn, relearn, and unlearn. So I'm big on learning. I read a book a week. From graduation to today, I think I've done more than 200 courses online, the free ones.
Okay.
So I'm big on self-development. But that self-development is useless now. Funny story, I sat down with my dad in December and we made a tree, a family tree. To the 4th generation, that was my Khulu's name. That was his nickname. So I sat down and I asked, why the temper? Alright. Family, we are child. You know why I did all of that? To understand my generational patterns. Because I started a journey of being self-aware. Each challenge attending in Mama is we're not aware of who we are. Some of the things that we think are normal are abnormal. Very abnormal. We've normalized abnormal things, and they are generational traits that now you fall into them. I forgot to mention myself. Yes, how but that's a learned trait.
Okay.
So I'm aware of all of those things. Nothing is one I say right. Tone it down. So as a young woman, I'm not young anymore. I'm almost 40. I'm 37.
Wow.
Almost 37, 38 on Christmas. As a young lady, I would advise them, if background is a one tick, but if background only plays a role till you're 18.
Okay.
After 18, you are the poor background, or you are the toxic background. You are not blessed to have families as a right. You are in toxic families. But after 18, it is your duty to undo all of those things, to put in the work to undo those things.
That's a mouthful.
I know.
So usucheckile ke imvelaphi yakho laphayana udzaku wambona ukuthi abazukulu bakhe bathi kuyini okukodwa owaphuma lakho wathi this I have to fight?
Yes. Good name. one.
Just one.
One and I want this I have to fight is the unnecessary temper.
Okay.
So Utsaku is my paternal side, ngomofu. Umama la ngumampofu. So ni pure breed ya ngumpofu. Uhlanga lona lokuchiri, uhlanga pure breed. And then I want to know, at this rate, I am going to be a toxic human being. Ngathatha uhlalo khona Utsaku. Ihlanza ukuhlala ngomampofu lami ngihlale by fire by force ngoba it's in me. I'm going to be a very toxic human being. Confirm. When you met me the first time, did you think I'm one of the loveliest people ever?
You sound polished. You say the right things. That's how I saw you.
By right, umampofu kumela the first impression ukuthi ngihlale lapha ngikhwele phezu kwamatafula.
Okay.
But I'm aware that that is in me. So I've intentionally polished myself by reading, by dressing properly, by learning iskhiwa, by polishing isindebele, by polishing isishona. ama-engineer abaningi kuthiwa sikwazi ukugqoka si-untied sinjani. Oh no, I redefine all of those things.
Okay.
Because I'm aware ukuthi ngivela ngaphi and I am aware ukuthi ngiyanga.
Okay, I like the fact that you keep mentioning the part where women need to be self-aware. As Zimbabwean women, there is a certain image. Espendwa ngayo umhlaba wonke. I'm sure when I just say ufunde adverts and ubukhuluma ukuthi I know mina I'm not originally from South Africa, I'm Zimbabwean. And yini nje into I'm diverting kancane, but I just need to know ukuthi ukuze uzofika at this level of being self-aware, what image was being said about us Zimbabwean women back then? I know where I'm going with this question.
Okay. Zimbabwean women are very masculine.
Okay.
Itamaginda goria, itesambe siyoda, spenduye, yay! We are very masculine, and in our masculinity, ngoba siku survival mode, asiziblaying. But because siku masculinity, siku survival mode, sesathatha amarola ngasowetu. We have moved from our post of duty. Sesiku post of duty ngasizo zethu. Ufuna continue?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, umama ngumuzi. Umama uyaqoqa. Umama uyakhulisa. Umama is a nurturer. That's who you are.
Yes.
Ubaba is a provider, is a protector, and he's a lover.
Okay.
My job is to submit. But Zimbabwe, because of what it is, because of what has happened in the past, says us switch our roles. Mina yimi esengimuprovide, esengimuprotect, esengimulava. Boy child, nguyo ongisubmitter, nguyo ngunurturer, consciously or subconsciously. So ngale eGoli, guys. eGoli, the average man is masculine. When we go for a date, he pays the bills. Lapha ubulawayo vele date angihambi. Ngingahamba i-date yami asazi ukuthi kuyabe kuhambe njani. Ukuyathiwa hey, are you paying or you're not paying? So yinto yaphuma kakhulu.
Split the bill.
Split the bill. And the second thing yaphuma mazinobhens kuthiwa sigeze. Kuthiwa sigeze ungangena etaxini kunuke likwere. So that's the, but mina,
Redefined.
Oh no, I redefined all of that. I redefined all of that.
Wow. Siyabonga. I like the fact that you are self-aware. Yeah, I love that about you. You are self-aware, and you mentioned a lot of things about Zimbabwe. Hey, as Zimbabwe as a nation. Yeah. But well, let's not talk about Zimbabwe because we'll not finish.
Okay.
We'll not finish if we start talking about Zimbabwe. So Nkosi, please tell me, what are some of the challenges that have shaped you?
Oh gosh. Hey, do we have the whole day?
Just give us one or two that come at the top of your mind.
Two challenges that have shaped me. I was once upon a time an unemployed graduate who was a waiter for 5 years post-graduation, working for mom. Yeah, ngaqalisa ngingu-waiter ngagcina sengu-engineering project manager wakhe.
Okay.
Createla i-role.
Yes.
So when the unemployed graduate talks to me and says, I'm failing to cope, angisakwazi ukuthi ngiyenzeni, inyembe zithi wohlo lezami ziyawohlozela ngoba I've been there.
Okay.
Nokusi, mina ngizange ngiyenze i-course engenamsebenzi, ngayenza i-course. But ngiyenza i-course kunjalo umsebenzi wayala. But kunjalo ngihlezi ngikhaya, I didn't stop self-developing myself and reading. I reread all my course notes.
Okay.
Because even sengiqalisile umsebenzi wami I was up to door, you know? And I grew up the ladders faster.
Yes.
So to my unemployed graduate ohlezi ngikhaya, oh, don't give up. Don't, please don't. And then the second thing that shaped me was my fight with cancer. So from the years 30 to 35, more or less, I was fighting cancer. That was the most difficult thing I've ever had to experience. Because they just told the 30-year-old you might not as a child. So the one thing that every woman could do, I could not. It was a possibility I could not. The day when Jelanga walk Kanoxi, you very UPH. You know UPH?
Yes, I know.
Na killing telema flousing. Disoriented. Disoriented. So gosh, yeah. But years later, I'm in remission, we thank God. But the scars as a cancer, it's a physical fight and it's an emotional fight. When I fought cancer, I realized that life was fragile and short. So yeah, those are the two challenges that defined me and make me appear the way I appear now.
Okay, and I'm so sorry to hear about the cancer journey, because I mean, umuntu young, she expect to be healthy and everything else, but akukho njalo, especially in the days esiphila kizo.
And to ufake a disclaimer, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party. Mina ngangisebenza isikolo lamabhuku. So in all honesty, I didn't understand why God would allow the unemployment. 6 months within getting the job, the dream job, the cancer comes.
Yeah.
So it was a really emotionally, mentally, and spiritually draining journey. So now as an unemployed graduate, a person who is becoming, it's not smooth sailing. Oh, hills and valleys.
Yes.
And sometimes the hills are deeper than the valleys. So you need to be able to have a big God. That's why I'm a big woman. Big God to be able to say, all right, carry me now. So in your becoming journey, you need a big God.
Wow, I like that. And my next question was about a mental state. Yakuthe wena wathi uphume e-UBH wakhilikithela ema-flousing, and then 3-4 years later you managed to beat that thing. So what was your mindset? How did you deal with the situation? How did you overcome?
There's a time when soy Romney Park kule sporo. Kule sporo Romney Park. Nase ngwazi istimela sidlula sikhamba. Nto kusala stimela but sikhona lokho sidlala phana. Asidlula ngo 6:15 ekuseni, 6:15. Ngangifuna ukuwalka one day ngaphenduki. Sengisijikile sporo. Mental health is a big thing. I was so angry with myself, so angry with God. I was angry and I wanted to end it all.
Okay.
But this is one thing that helped me. My circle.
Okay.
My little sister in particular. Oh, she praised that girl. Sengingasakhule yimoya wayekhuleka. And then into eyenza ngalayo, even umlimo ngimzondele. Anzange ngilove esabatheni, anzange ngilove church. I used to go to church disoriented, but still be there, still be present. So mental health is a big thing. Esintwini kuyazila ukuba uhamba ku therapy. Kuyazila ukukhuluma, kuyazila ukuthi I need help. But we need to get to a point as society where we need to talk and vent. Otherwise, you are stroke us in.
Okay, the reason why I asked you about the mental state is because May is mental health awareness month. So we need as women to be aware of how we deal with certain things. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Uti, I was able to go straight. At some point, you wanted to give up. At some point, you needed.
And the other thing that helped me was I walk.
Okay.
I used to walk and nakuna COVID. Oh, man, you walk from Romney Park to Torero. Don't go to slow or feet. It had nothing to do with getting fit. It had everything to do with my head. So because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't part, I didn't have a glass of wine to be unconscious with.
To forget.
It was the walking and church.
Okay. Wow.
And eating.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Nkosi. As we, because time is jealous. Time is jealous.
But
we now have to go back session here today. But before I let you go, is there a certain word that you want to say to your younger son?
To my younger self, how young? I'm just sleeping on the job like
To the little girl. To the little girl.
The 9-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. Let me turn and talk to you. Nkosi. Inner child healing.
Yes.
Sisomuhle. You are precious. You are just a child. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to grow. And allow yourself to make as many mistakes as you can. Why? As the girl child ukhula vele kuthiwa uzamumfazi onjani vuka ipressure ngaka grade 1.
Oh, course, yeah.
But you know what, Nana? You have 100 years to make mistakes and grow and learn. So yes, do you.
Wow. I hope all the little girls are listening. I hope all the girls that are becoming listened to Nkosi's advice. Thank you so much, Nkosi, for joining us on this Becoming podcast. A special appreciation goes to Four Ways Home Center for sponsoring our episode. And until then, keep becoming and keep growing. My name is Notolo Ndlovu.